I'm Coach Gene Clemens.
Look
I'm
at a couple
here
plays
looking
how
at Jason Garrett.
Stay tuned, you're not going to want to miss it
because
of the
this is going to be
ultra-talented
something I'm doing
Giants
a lot
stuff.
of. But here
Looking at
we're
Giants
looking
things, I'm
at. Welcome to X and O's the Joes. I'm Coach Gene Clemens. I'm here looking at the New York Giants and their new offense under new offensive coordinator Jason Garrett. And I'm going to look at a couple plays on how Jason Garrett is going to be able to take advantage of the ultra-talented receiving tight end Evan Engram. And so stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss it because this is going to be something I'm doing a lot of, looking at Giants things. I'm going to have a nice little playlist for you all so you can see different Giant stuff. But here we're going to be looking at Evan Engram and how he can be used in Jason Garrett's offense. So the first way I think that Jason Garrett will use Evan Engram is to try to get the ball into his hands quickly, using deception of the run game to set up ways to get the ball into Ingram's hands quickly. If you remember back when he was the offensive coordinator for the Cowboys, and even early on when he was still calling the offense for the Cowboys as the head coach, he was able to scheme up different ways to get the ball into the hands of Jason Witten. Now, while Jason Witten's a Hall of Fame caliber tight end, Jason Witten's no burner, and he's never been fast. And so to get Jason Witten the ball and allow him to have opportunities to run after the catch is something that you can naturally see him doing with a guy who has receiver-like skills when it comes to being able to run and especially run after the catch with Evan Engram. So here we have a two tight end set. Here's your tight end. The other tight end is set up in a wing. You've got a twins look over here, one back. So our defense, and this was, I believe, in 2011 versus the New York Jets. And the Jets obviously brought a lot of pressure at that time. If you look, they've got 5 guys already down by the line of scrimmage. They have a 6th guy coming. They're rolling the safety down here. Now, the entire point of this is to be deceptive enough to get the ball to Jason Witten. So here is where Witten is, and here is where Evan Engram will be lined up. So I'm just going to put a JW there. That was Jason Witten. That will be Engram in Garrett's offense. And so on a snap of the ball, the entire offensive line aggressively blocks to the left or away, including Jason Witten, away from where they want to come. The backup tight end, he's screaming across this way blocking. Now, at the time, Tony Romo at quarterback, this would be Daniel Jones, he opens up away and reverses out here. The back comes downhill, and then he's looking to work into the flat. Now, his number one job is to get the attention of this linebacker and this cornerback. Number one, he wants to get the attention of that linebacker so that linebacker just doesn't come off edge and kill the quarterback because he's essentially rolling or booting naked. The other thing is to get the cornerback because he wants this guy to do this. He wants that guy to do that or at least hold up long enough to get there. This offensive line, they're trying to get these linemen to think it's coming this way and just take a step. They want to get this linebacker to take a step. This guy off the edge isn't going to matter. This safety. Now, backside in the slot, he is screaming across, trying to get into the face of this middle linebacker because he wants this linebacker to follow him, and he knows that the safety has to follow him because that Mike linebacker is not fast enough to stay with a wide receiver. This guy is running off on the other side to keep this corner occupied and also keep this safety thinking about I may have to help over the top. Now, while all of this is going on, Jason Witten has stepped down, and when Romo comes out, and these guys go this way, and those guys go that way, there leaves this really nice void right in here where Witten just sits there, and now a quick pass to him And now Witten's got room to run because everybody else that would be there is gone. Now, ultimately, these backside guys make a tackle on Witten for about 12 to 13 yards. But again, that's because Jason Witten's not fast. Imagine when you put Evan Engram here, and now Engram gets this ball and he's able to take off and run after the catch like we've all seen him be able to do over the years. Now, what makes this even better is that the personnel for the Giants when it comes to offensive personnel is very similar to what the Cowboys have tried to do. They've always wanted to have a tight end that was a weapon. They've always wanted to have a running back that had to be paid attention to. And then they have a quarterback that's athletic enough to move, but then is able to make quick decisions, and that's what they're hoping they have in Daniel Jones. The wide receivers, they've got fast, quick wide receivers to be able to get across like a Miles Austin back in the day. Now, they don't have a Dez Bryant out there, but you don't really need a Dez Bryant out there right now when you're just having him run off. You simply just want to occupy the defense. To create this void, this space, is what they're doing. And they'll be able to do that because when Engram steps down the block and this guy has to fight over because he knows that he has this gap's responsibility, that's going to leave him to be able to sink right here, get that quick ball, and be able to get up the field. That's one way that I think Jason Garrett's going to try to get the ball to Evan Engram very quickly to try to let him run after the catch. Next, I'm going to show you a concept that can get the ball downfield to Engram where he's able to show off that speed and athleticism. Now, one thing you should definitely prepare to see in the Jason Garrett offense is multiple tight end sets. That's just the world that he comes from. I think that's where he feels comfortable. And quite honestly, the way that the NFL is set up now, it's a great idea to have multiple tight ends on here. So here's a multiple tight end set, and this is a 2nd and 8. And they're set up, and you have to always remember that when you have a back like Saquon Barkley or back when he was with the Cowboys, Ezekiel Elliott, you always have these defenders always have to account and have enough guys in there to where you can't just run it down their throat. So this was a 2 tight end set, a 3-by-1 look, but a 2 tight end set. Here is where Jason Witten was lined up at over here. I'm going to put the JW over his circle again so you see it. This is where Evan Engram would line up in this offense. Now, what they're trying to do is they're trying to isolate. If you look, the way it's set up, it looks very, very much like it might be a man-free concept. The corner and the nickel are both lined up directly over and in close proximity to the number 1 and the number 2 receiver. This strong safety's lined up directly over Jason Witten. You've got an outside linebacker. You've got your TNT covering up the guard center guard. You've got the backside linebacker coming off edge. So what Witten's trying to do is isolate, not Witten, excuse me, what Garrett's trying to do is isolate Jason Witten with this strong safety. How does he do that? Well, this tight end comes off and runs a speed out. That means that this cornerback has to occupy the speed out because there's nobody else to take it. This guy's coming off edge. You get base blocking, base pass blocking from the offensive line. He's running what looks like a go, but is really a stop route, thinking vertical. This guy is going vertical because we need this guy to occupy the free safety's eyes. The free safety knows he can't let this guy get beyond him, so it allows him to work that way. So now what we have is this guy locked up, this guy locked up, this guy locked up. Witten runs a post route to the opposite pylon, so running away from where the free safety is. And now this strong safety is in trail mode immediately. Now, again, we've said it. Jason Witten's not a burner. This was a 68-yard play, I believe. This was a 68-yard completion and an easy read for Tony Romo. This guy comes off and he chips off this end. Romo steps back. The read is right here. He gets back to his depth. If that guy steps that way, he just launches the ball immediately right here. If that guy drops, he knows that he's going down to this guy. So he's going boom, boom. He's going here, 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 here. So he looks, he gets to his depth. That guy moves, and he just lets the ball go, drops the ball into the basket for Jason Witten. Jason Witten's running away from this safety that's trying to recover. Now, because Jason Witten's not fast, he gets stopped at the 3-yard line. That is a touchdown. If Evan Engram is running this play and they get this type of look, that is a touchdown for sure. There is not a safety in the game that's going to catch or stay with Evan Engram in close proximity when he has a step on him out here. This is a great way to isolate man-to-man coverage on the tight end when your tight end is ultra athletic like Engram is. And I believe it is another way that Jason Garrett is going to allow Engram to get deep and really be able to help them in the deep game. You should see that coming a lot this season. Well, that's all the time that we have today on X and O's and Joe's. I'm Coach Gene Clemens. If you like this Giants breakdown, you should check out what I'm doing on GiantsCountry.com. That's where you'll see all of my Giants content as it pertains to film and breaking down what they're doing as they bring in this new regime and going forward. I'll be looking at and evaluating some prospects that will be coming hopefully to the Giants, as well as looking at more things like this and how personnel can be used. So if you like what we're doing, you can catch that stuff there at GiantsCountry.com. Make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Again, there's going to be a lot of Giants coverage on here. So make sure that you're there and you're able to get it whenever you need it. So for X and O's and Joe's, GiantsCountry.com, I've been Gene Clemens. Y'all have a great one.